In a serene village, surrounded by picturesque hills, a group of enthusiastic young students resided under the wise tutelage of an esteemed master. These eager boys were not only eager to gain knowledge and wisdom, but also had a strong desire to understand the qualities and behaviors they should steer clear of. In the enchanting twilight, with the setting sun casting a golden glow across the sky, a group of boys assembled under a majestic old tree. Seated in a circle, their curiosity ignited discussions about which qualities and behaviors they felt were unworthy of their respect. The young boy named Lisa eagerly sought guidance from the wise master. Having already learned about the qualities that contribute to wisdom and virtue, Lisa now wanted to understand the qualities and actions that should be avoided, as they do not warrant respect. Recognizing Lisa's curiosity, the serene master nodded in acknowledgement and prepared to impart his profound wisdom on this matter. In his statement, he emphasized the importance of showing respect to others by recognizing their positive qualities and virtues. However, he also stressed the need to understand which qualities or actions should not be respected. He then proceeded to shed light on 10 such qualities or actions that do not deserve our respect. The first quality he mentioned was arrogance. Arrogant individuals carry themselves with an inflated sense of self-importance. Individuals holding a sense of superiority tend to view themselves as superior to others and often display a condescending attitude towards those in their vicinity. Unfortunately, this belief in their superiority can blind them to the valuable lessons that can be learned from both their peers and life experiences. Being arrogant can have negative consequences, such as isolation. When someone consistently displays superiority, it may be difficult for others to connect or relate to them. This can result in the person missing out on diverse perspectives and a deeper understanding of the world around them. Additionally, having an arrogant mindset can hinder personal development. When someone believes they have all the knowledge and refuse to accept constructive criticism, they limit their opportunities for growth. True wisdom stems from recognizing that there is always more to learn and areas to improve upon. It's important to avoid arrogance as it not only stunts personal growth, but also prevents meaningful connections and valuable insights gained from others. The master's students were engaged and eager to gain further knowledge. The speaker proceeded to discuss the importance of not embracing dishonesty as a favorable trait. Dishonesty reflects a lack of integrity and credibility, making it crucial to avoid. Being dishonest involves not telling the truth and manipulating facts or events for personal gain. Such behavior can greatly undermine trust and harm relationships. When someone is dishonest, it can be challenging to trust them or have faith in what they say. Trust serves as a crucial foundation for any healthy relationship, be it with friends, family, or coworkers. When dishonesty is present, trust gets compromised and the very core of the relationship weakens. The effects of dishonesty extend beyond personal relationships. They also impact communities and society as a whole. Dishonesty can foster a culture of deceit and untruthfulness, hindering effective collaboration and cooperation among individuals. This often leads to misunderstandings, conflicts, and a lack of unity within the community or society at large. Honesty is considered a valuable trait that commands respect and admiration. People who are honest are seen as reliable and trustworthy, as their words and actions consistently reflect truth and integrity. This fosters the development of strong bonds and promotes healthy relationships. On the other hand, dishonesty should be recognized as a negative quality to be avoided, as it erodes trust and weakens the foundation of our social connections. According to the master, selfishness is a quality that should be disregarded. It is an undesirable trait characterized by prioritizing one's own desires and needs over those of others. It is important for us to acknowledge this trait and make efforts to avoid it. When individuals prioritize their own interests above others, it can have negative consequences for those around them. This behavior not only harms individuals directly impacted by it, but also hinders the development of harmony and cooperation within communities as a whole. To better understand this concept, selfishness can manifest in several ways. It can involve individuals who refuse to share and consistently insist on having things their way. Additionally, It can involve constant pursuit of personal gain without considering the consequences it may have on others. When we come across selfishness in others or acknowledge it within ourselves, it is crucial to comprehend the adverse effects it can bring. Selfish actions not only undermine trust, but also give rise to conflicts, as they indicate a disregard for the well-being and emotions of others. When a community or group tolerates and respects selfish behavior, it can experience negative consequences in the long term. These repercussions include a lack of unity, cooperation, and genuine care for one another. To foster a more harmonious and considerate world, it is important to recognize and avoid promoting selfishness. By prioritizing the collective well-being over individual desires, we can contribute towards creating a society that values unity and selflessness. In this insightful statement, the Master addresses the concept of cruelty as a quality that should not be respected. Cruelty involves intentionally causing harm to others, often resulting in considerable pain and suffering. Instead, the Master emphasizes the importance of compassion and empathy towards those facing hardships or difficulties. These qualities enable us to extend support to those in need and contribute to a more understanding and caring society. The virtues of understanding and empathizing with others are important qualities that should be admired. These qualities demonstrate our ability to connect with and comprehend the emotions of those around us. In contrast, cruelty stands as a stark contradiction to compassion. Cruel individuals intentionally cause harm, whether it is physical, emotional, or psychological in nature. This intentional infliction of pain goes against moral principles and is considered ethically unacceptable. To attain wisdom and virtue, it is crucial to understand that cruelty has no place in a virtuous heart or a wise mind. Instead, our focus should be on nurturing qualities such as kindness, empathy, and compassion. These attributes are essential for creating a more harmonious and fair world. It is imperative to remember that cruelty should never be regarded as a positive trait. Rather, we should actively promote understanding, empathy, and kindness in our own lives and interactions with others. During his teaching session, the wise master progressed to the next topic, emphasizing the importance of not respecting laziness. Laziness refers to individuals who lack the ambition and motivation to fully utilize their abilities, resulting in a failure to make positive contributions to society. The notion of respect should be reserved for those who consistently and diligently invest their efforts. To gain a deeper understanding of the concept of laziness, it's important to recognize that it goes beyond simply wanting to relax or take a break. Laziness involves consistently avoiding work and shirking responsibilities, rather than just craving temporary rest. Conversely, when we show respect for individuals, we acknowledge their virtues, efforts, and contributions. It is often those who display values such as hard work and dedication that propel progress forward, inspire others, and bring about positive change within their communities. On the contrary, individuals who display laziness often fail to utilize their potential and therefore miss out on opportunities to create a significant impact in the world. It is important to acknowledge that endorsing laziness goes against the values that foster individual and societal prosperity. This does not mean dismissing those who may be taking temporary breaks or recharging. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of directing respect towards individuals who demonstrate determination and commitment to realizing their full potential and making constructive contributions for the betterment of society as a whole. Expanding upon his teachings, the master maintained his calm and composed demeanor while discussing the next point. He emphasized that close-mindedness is a quality that should not be valued. People who possess this trait often refuse to entertain different viewpoints or embrace new ideas. Consequently, they impede their own personal development, as well as hinder the advancement of their communities. In further elaboration, the speaker highlighted the value of open-mindedness as a virtue that fosters not only understanding but also creativity and unity. Conversely, close-mindedness was described as a trait that hinders these crucial qualities. The speaker emphasized that individuals who are close-minded often exhibit an unwillingness to consider ideas or perspectives that differ from their own. This mindset creates mental barriers that impede the exchange of knowledge and the exploration of diverse thoughts. When individuals or groups exhibit close-mindedness, it can impede progress and result in stagnation. This limits opportunities for personal growth and the collective advancement of the group they belong to. Open-mindedness, on the other hand, facilitates the exchange of ideas and encourages a culture of learning and collaboration. When people are receptive to new perspectives, they create an environment where constructive discussions can take place. This mindset enables them to solve problems more effectively and adapt to changing circumstances with flexibility. This openness allows individuals to acknowledge and appreciate the diversity around them. By doing so, they can learn from others' experiences and perspectives, which in turn helps foster stronger and more harmonious communities. The master advised the young boys to avoid close-mindedness because it impedes personal growth and hinders positive progress, both at an individual level and within communities. Instead of closing themselves off to new ideas, individuals should strive to develop open-mindedness. This valuable quality fosters a deeper understanding of different perspectives, encourages effective collaboration, and promotes personal growth and development. The master further emphasized the importance of avoiding envy as a quality to respect. Envy is a strong and deeply rooted emotion that can be found in certain individuals. It is characterized by feelings of bitterness or discontent towards the success, possessions, or advantages of others. This negative emotion can have damaging effects on one's life, hindering personal growth and fostering negativity. Envy is a complex emotion that arises when we compare ourselves to others and feel inadequate in some aspect of our lives. It can be a painful experience, as it often involves resentment towards those who seem to have more than us. Not only does envy rob us of joy and contentment, but it can also have negative effects on our relationships. When left unchecked, envy can strain relationships due to the unkind and unsupportive behavior it elicits. It creates a toxic atmosphere that erodes trust and connection with others. Therefore, it's important to address envy in order to maintain healthy relationships and cultivate a more positive mindset. Constantly comparing oneself to others can have detrimental effects on self-esteem and confidence. It can make individuals feel inadequate and hinder personal development and growth. Envy, in particular, plays a significant role in this process. When individuals become envious of others' achievements, it distracts them from their own goals and aspirations. Instead of using others' success as motivation, envy can turn into a source of frustration and self-doubt. Recognizing the toxic nature of envy is essential for personal well-being, requiring a deliberate effort to avoid falling into its trap. Rather than letting envy take over your thoughts and actions, it is advisable to direct your energy towards self-improvement, setting personal goals, and celebrating the achievements of others without any negative feelings. This approach leads to a more positive and fulfilling life that is free from the detrimental effects that envy can bring. The master students were attentive as they absorbed the wisdom shared by their mentor. They left with a greater understanding of which actions and qualities to avoid, thereby cultivating respect in their own lives. Armed with this valuable knowledge, the students were empowered to make wise and virtuous choices in their lives. They experienced a deep transformation in their understanding as they absorbed the teachings of their master. Realizing the importance of avoiding certain qualities and actions, they recognized that it was just as crucial as embracing wisdom and intelligence. This newfound awareness filled their hearts with lightness and clarity of mind as they departed from the gathering that evening. In the days that followed, the students eagerly started incorporating the wisdom shared by their master into their daily lives. By acknowledging and addressing these negative qualities instead of ignoring them, they were able to create an environment conducive to personal growth, compassion, and understanding. This led to stronger bonds between them and a renewed sense of purpose. The wise master's teachings continued to inspire the students, guiding them towards virtue and enlightenment. If you found this story inspiring, we kindly ask for your support. Show your appreciation by hitting the like button, sharing it with friends, and subscribing for more moments of motivation and tranquility. Your engagement is crucial in fueling our journey towards wisdom and enlightenment as we walk this path together.